準備はできてる。これも計画のうち。
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we face the final boss of the event, Anastasia the Entoner. This is definitely not an easy stage for the Rhine Lab squad. For the first 2 hours, I was completely clueless. The explosion chaser was a huge problem. Taking down the 2 cannons was another problem. And I didn't even want to think about the boss just to keep some faith in myself. It took me about 4 hours of testing different strategies just to clear the normal mode. Fortunately, the challenge mode condition wasn't too brutal, so I didn't have to drastically change my plan. I just needed to find a way to burn down the buffed up boss. 2 hours later, I finally recorded this run. It's not the cleanest, and things get a bit messy at the end, but hey, I got the job done. Let's get started. The first problem I had with this stage was how to kill the explosion chaser quickly and smoothly. The mob has high res and a low def, so Magellan and her skill 3 came to my mind first. However, after testing it for about 30 minutes, I concluded that I had to move on to another strategy. Placing Magellan down early was just way too DP heavy, and I wasn't able to set up a defense line after defeating the chaser. So, as you can see, I ended up deploying Meow and used her skill 3 to clone Dorothy. This creates another problem. Now I was 1 tank short to protect the blue box on the right. I couldn't deploy Zarya just yet because I needed her later to tank the bus. So, I deployed Dorothy on the left to assist Nasty, and use traps to defend the blue box until I have enough DP for Mayor and her meebles. Before deploying Mayor, I learned that I had to deploy Arknights Altar first. Unless you time it perfectly, you just cannot be sure which 2 targets she will lock onto. Sometimes she locks onto both cannons with her skill, and that's great, but sometimes she doesn't target them at all, and you just have to slowly chip away their health bars with her auto attacks. Protect the right blue gate with 1 or 2 meebles and traps. Try not to use too many, as we need to save DP for silence. At this point, both Dorothy and the Arknights Altar are very low on health, and they can die from just 1 more enhanced cannonball. Another reason not to use too many traps on the bottom right is that you need them to kill the bossons. If you don't kill them fast enough, those bossons will destroy the original water clone. We need the water clone alive because we will be cloning a different operator later. Drop Amiibo on top of the boson and activate Mayor's skill to not only delay the boson, but also recycle Amiibo on the bottom right. With the right cannon down, the right blue box is safe for now. Here, you need to wait for the copy of the clone to be defeated before activating Meow's skill. All of this is so that the boson doesn't target the original water clone. After both cannons are down, retreat Arknights Altar, Silence, and Nasty to free up some deployment spots. Be ready to retreat Dorothy as well when the boss enters the second phase. When the boss is in position, have Meow clone Silence Altar. The Dorothy clone don't do a lot of damage when the skill is not activated, but if the skill is activated, the toner will be bound on the spot, wasting our time. We want the boss to come to our side of the ship, so Ifrit can burn him and lower his res, and that's why we are cloning an R damage dealer. Unfortunately, things didn't go as I planned. For some reason, the clones chose not to attack and bind the shaft, allowing him to destroy the topmost clone. This means that when a toner reaches the range, he will target the clone directly above Mew, killing everything on that platform.
今倒れてくれたらそれ以上傷つかずに済むわ。お、あの叫びなんて誰にも届かねえよ。
To compensate for the loss of Mew, I placed a Meeball to block the toner to cancel his damage reduction. Activate Ifrit's skill 3. Deploy Silence Altar and Saria. I normally use Silence Altar's skill 2 and X module, but here, she's on her skill 3 and Y module for the additional shield and the effect that keeps the operator alive. Now that the boss is in phase 2, we need to do two things. First, dish out as much damage as possible. And second, set up a defense line of 3 blockers in front of Ifrit. The boss is going to charge forward whenever he loses 33% of his health, which means this skill will activate 3 times. After testing different combinations, I learned to put Saria first, Amiibo second, and a Nasty last.
準備照射させない治療モード適用します。施工目標の再確すぐに。
Once Saria blocks the boss, activate all operators' skills.
近づかせない。みんなに約束したんだから。ダミー、私の星の光を。よく聞け。これはただの工事の騒音なのか。どんなにわずかな振動でも結果を変えてしまえるものよ。
The toner used his AoE skill again, killing everything on sight, but Silence Altar was able to keep Astronaut Altar alive just to finish him. Honestly, if Mew hadn't died earlier, things would be much smoother.
どんなにわずかな振動でも結果を変えてしまえるものよ。私の荷物はただのロボットじゃないよ。近づかせないってみんなに約束したんだから。願いがどうか形をなして。お仕事スタート。どんなにわずかな振動でも結果を変えてしまえるものよ。分かった。オーケー。雪の照り返しでめくらましたよ。テープに足を取られ。今倒れてくれたらそれ以上傷つかずに済む。計画の残念。私には魂の乱数しか聞こえない。おう。大中だ。
And that's how you clear EP EX8 challenge mode with Rhine Lab operators.
ドクター、あなたからはいつも学ぶことがたくさんあるよ。そうして得た戦術や知識を生かす場面が訪れないのが一番だけど。
And that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.